That's well, what's to say? I think I threw one maybe two out of that mag, 22 rounds. And this is a Mclearn Customs 4.6 inch 2011. Running the 507 comp from Hollow Sun. And man, it's just hard to beat. It's hard to beat a 2011 with anything, right? And you know me, I've spent the last 7+ years, about 6, 7 years on the 320 platform. Got my own gun, and it's a 4.7 inch barrel. So this 4.6 is very comfortable. The recoil management is very similar to mine. And so are the ergonomics, really. Kind of that blocky, more squarish grip, but just rounded on the back and front. Very simplistic. Obviously, this grip texture is pretty unbeatable. It's real tacky. Obviously, it's got those sharp little points, right, that kind of grab your skin and doesn't let it go. I mean, very few negatives. For me, if they're negatives, they're probably more just negatives for me. I need a different safety. My grip is up here. So when the safety's down, when I'm gripping, that fat, whatever, right there on my palm, pushes that up. Just in a couple runs, I've noticed that. I think the double undercut, I don't care for it because I do that weird stacking. If you've seen any of my videos, I do this weird stacking technique. So this finger is actually more forward on the bottom of the trigger guard, which is why my finger's all deformed. But I don't recommend it. I do it because it works for me. But yeah, seeing the sights reciprocate is it doesn't leave the target, especially on that Charlie steel. It's not that far. That's a Charlie steel. And then I have a little 8-inch, 6 or 8-inch popper. Same distance, just to the right out of view, probably. And yeah, just doing quick transitions just to see how the cycle rate works and how the gun moves as I move it. But it just moves just like my 320 did. The weight is very similar because I had a heavy 320, a TXG lower. The mag wheel's nice. I did a couple dry fire reloads before I came out here, but I haven't done any real reloads yet. But I assume they're going to be very simple, especially with the mag wheel, because I don't usually run one. Yeah, very kind of a simple but beautiful design. So it doesn't have like all sorts of stuff done to it, but it has just enough, I think. Yeah, the trigger, it's flat face, which I started with a flat face in the beginning, moved away to a slightly curved bottom, like a hybrid trigger from Gray Guns is what I was used to. So it had that bottom end feel. This flat face feels nice. It's fine. If anything, I might go back to a curved bottom. I like to feel the bottom of the trigger. I don't know why. I'd rather be on the bottom. It doesn't matter with a 1911 as it does a striker fired. Striker fired, obviously you get more leverage at the bottom, but I like to know where my finger is, where it's supposed to be anyways, just for repeatability, for consistency on that trigger pull straight back. This 1911s doesn't really matter. It's going to go straight back no matter where it is. I understand that. It's just what I'm used to, what I'm comfortable with. So like I said, the negatives are probably just individualized to me, but they're not real, they're changeable, right? They're very simple to change to what I want, as well as if you like something else, change it to what you want. So the long and the short, Mclearn Customs makes good 2011s. I guess that's simple. It runs well. This is a 9-pound spring in here. I'm used to heavier springs, but this seems to run my ammo just fine. 124 grains going at about 1140, 1150 feet per second. And I'm running the same ammo in this as I did with my 320. And with the 320, I had a 14-pound spring in there. I'd change it pretty regularly just because I needed that fast return, and it would return flat. So the big thing with shooting guns, and now that I'm kind of experimenting, I liken it I made the joke at last match. The other day, I was shooting with some guys, and you know, being that I've been married to the 320 for so long, now that I can't really use it at a lot of ranges because it's all the banning that's been going on. And by the way, I trust mine. I'm not going to get into it, but mine are proven to me. I trust them, no problem. I don't have an issue with, but they're not stock. They're not from SIG. They're from Gray Guns, so there's a difference. However, now that I'm, like I said, I was married to it for so long. Now that I'm trying new things, I kind of liken it to, this must be kind of what a divorcee, in a small way, what a divorcee feels like, right? Now I'm still hurt. I'm still hurting because I miss my 320 Lockwood, right? But I'm excited to try the field and try new things. Anyways, bad joke, but that's kind of what it feels like. I'm still hurting. I don't want to leave it, but at this point, it just, there's no choice. I don't have a choice. However, I gotta make things work. So I'm trying new things, and it's exciting. So it's exciting. I'm hurt. I'm not over it, but I'm using new toys to get over it. You know, new guns. So that's kind of, I don't know. I thought it was funny. Anyways, this thing shoots great. I mean, the 2011 trigger or the 1911 trigger arguably is the best trigger that you can get pretty much anywhere on a pistol. And I can't disagree. I'm used to, I can make other triggers work. Anything I get used to, obviously, you're going to make work. You put enough reps in, time in, you're going to make it work and work well. This is just easier to make work well. I'll say that. So it just it can't do anything but straight back. There's no, I don't know. There's no lever. You don't need leverage anywhere particular. Like a striker fired can require that, depending on what you got going on with your trigger and how you pull the trigger. So, all right, well, that's it. I basically drug that out for you, but that's it. Check them out, Mclearn Customs. I mean, you're going to pay for it, but they do great work. And I've heard nothing but good things. This is my first time trying it, so take that with a grain of salt. I don't expect you to just rush out and buy and drop a bunch of money on one of these. However, if you're looking for a high quality, check them out, give them and ask around. You know, I certainly did, and everything I heard was positive. Excuse me. Talking to Isaac over there. I'm Isaac. He's Isaac. You know, they were willing to work with me and get me one in my hand so I could try it. Of course, they have no problem backing their work, so that's always good. You get to kind of get a feel for a business by talking to the people, right? And for me, relationships are a little bit more important than just stuff. We want gear that works. It has to work. It has to be good. It has to work, of course. However, more than that, I want to work with people that I can trust, build a relationship with, right? There's so many good people in this sport, but there's always turds. No matter what, there's always turds in everything you do. So I just try to stay away from the turds, but these guys seem like some of the good ones. So, anyways, I guess I'm done. I'm going to keep shooting. All right.